the amount of stuff I learned in 6 weeks, like I've grown more in 6 weeks than I have in the past 18 months. So yeah, I think that's.
So just tell me a little bit about you and the brand and uh, what you kind of were doing before we started working together.
Yeah, so I kind of had this, like I had a bit of a brand happening with the whole mermaid type thing. But I guess I didn't really know like where to take it or how to intertwine that with the rest of my content on social media for it to actually, I guess, stand out amongst other people. So that's kind of where I started, I guess. I had a kind of an outline, but then like being able to delve deeper into the whole story and what the whole brand kind of represented, and yeah, kind of go on that deeper level is sort of where I've been able to take it, and having that clear plan kind of moving forward of where the story is going to go just makes it so much easier to come up with content and things around that particular story.
And so, was there anything in particular in the program that helped you in terms of growing your brand?
Yeah, definitely. It was like, I think it was in the first module actually, with that word format, just that breakdown of like what the brand means and what the story is. Literally just having a check, like a checkbox thing of, okay, do we have a theme? Do we have a name? Do we have color schemes or whatever it is? And then I could see what parts I was missing. So yeah, kind of, I guess, working with you to be able to fill in that story and fill in those gaps just made it seem so much clearer moving forward now. And I can like incorporate that into my music and also into my content and stuff as well.
And so, as a result of implementing everything from the program, what was the outcome from that?
Well, basically having a better story made me more confident to do content as well. So being able to plan out the content and use different ideas, I suppose, around my brand, because I always got stuck on what do I post, like what kind of content is engaging and still on brand. So I guess like filling in those gaps and then learning all of like I love the content batching thing. Like that's one of the biggest things I learned, which was awesome. Yeah, just being able to do that's made me a lot more confident with just, I guess, putting myself out there a little bit more too. I kind of already had the music stuff down pat, but now when I do go in even to my music projects, I'm like, oh, cool, what kind of, on brand sounds could I mix into this? And it's all just kind of coming together now, which is really good.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
so, where would you be right now if you hadn't taken action and joined the program?
I'd say I'd be in the same spot I was for the last, 18 months, I suppose. Like the last 18 months was when I really felt like my music was going really well in terms of happy with the quality of production and releasing consistently. But I feel like honestly, if I didn't do the program, I'd still just be doing the same thing for the next 18 months. And now I have, like, based on everything kind of looking like I had the music stuff and then everything kind of looking good with my branding and my content, being able to then reach out to, artist managers and booking agents. I'm now on some people's radars, which is really good. So chatting to some pretty high tier artist managers really that are keen and interested in what I'm doing. Like I feel like that kind of wouldn't have happened if I hadn't shown like even a bit of growth within a certain amount of time. So I think the fact that I've been able to achieve that within what six weeks or 7 weeks or something is definitely good, and it's all the stuff I can use moving forward as well.
That's really good to hear. And so,
Yeah.
one last question: if there's anyone watching who's on the fence about joining the program, what would you say to them?
I would say if you're like me, really, and you're happy with your music, you could take it a little bit further and learn. Like the content and the branding stuff is what takes you further. And it is a hard thing to do on your own. Like it's so hard to sit there and be like, what should I do? And it's easy just to brush that stuff aside. But really, it's most of what has allowed me to grow in the last 6 weeks. So the amount of stuff I learned in 6 weeks, like I've grown more in 6 weeks than I have in the past 18 months. So yeah, I think that's, a pretty good indication that it's definitely worthwhile and very valuable, and something you can also take into the future. Like I still have you for another 12 months, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, just having the initial, like it's a big 6 weeks. Like it's you know, I was busy every day doing stuff and thinking of stuff, and it felt a little overwhelming at times. But having just that weekly checklist and the check-ins with you each week really helped just kind of bring everything together. And now I literally have this clear plan that I can just keep moving forward every single week. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's not just 6 weeks. Like it's way more than that. Like it goes beyond that. So yeah,
Awesome.
definitely worth the while.